So, where to go today? Oh, I've got it. Raccoon City, of course. Imagine all the little raccoon children and the raccoon policemen and firemen. So cute. I just drove into Raccoon City and it's pretty quiet. No little raccoon mayor or townspeople to greet me as I expected. I think I saw on Animal Planet that raccoons sleep during the day. Maybe that's it. Oddly enough, my car is broken down, so I'm walking to the nearest motel to see if the Little Raccoon motel manager can let me stay there, and also allow me to call the Little Raccoon mechanics to fix my car. I wonder if the beds will be big enough for me. So there's no Raccoon motel manager there to greet me either. I'm losing my cool with these little raccoons. Show yourselves to me. Maybe they might be having some kind of town fair going on. Well, all I know is that this place is getting a bad review on Yelp. I thought I've been walking towards my car for the past half hour, but it seems, by the looks of this sign, that I'm headed to the city park. If there were a fair going on, that would be where all the little Raccoon City folk would be. They must be throwing me a raccoon surprise fair. I can't wait to see the little clown raccoons. Well, this is definitely a first. The damn park is fenced off with all these signs of umbrellas. Raccoons aren't that smart. It's not even raining. How am I supposed to get in now? They're probably waiting on me. I finally found a raccoon here in Raccoon City. Only problem is he's been murdered. He looks half eaten and left for dead. I've tried calling the Little Raccoon police and, like this town, they've let me down. I was especially excited to see the Little Raccoon police come out and show me their badges. This is a crime scene. I can't touch the poor guy. What am I supposed to do in this situation? Everyone is at the fair waiting for me behind this damn fence, and I'm here with the only raccoon I've seen in hours, and he's dead. His name was probably Randall. Randall the raccoon. I'll take care of you, Randall. I've been running to get to the police station, and like everywhere else in this god-forsaken Raccoon City, the cops are not here. I must think about Randall in this time of peril. There is a cop car with the key still inside, and I am going to drive it to the fence and knock it down. I am sure the little raccoon villagers will understand that I am trying to bring to their attention that the Randall is dead and justice must be served. It will put a damper on the surprise fair, but they will just have to understand. As I drag my bloodied self to the park, I hear, faintly in the distance, an odd sound coming from behind the swings. I cannot see them, but I assume the raccoons have spotted me and are going to surprise me in the best way possible. Such an amazing event that is about to take place, but I must warn them about the death of our beloved Randall. I fall to my knees with tears in my eyes, screaming out loud. The air is still. I've cried out like a spoiled little raccoon baby girl, and no response from the surprise party at all. I scream out, "Guys!" waiting for a response, but there is none. Wiping away my bloody-nosed tears, I stand up to see where my welcoming party is hiding. They are doing a very good job as to ignore my cries for help and hide in plain sight to surprise me in such raccoonish fashion. I hear footsteps in the distance, but much louder and heavier than the footsteps of a raccoon civilian. The mist has grown heavy, and it seems as if my senses have been amplified by 10. I can feel and hear my heart beat, the sweat drip down my face, the shakiness of my breath adding to the excitement of raccoons jumping out and attacking me with cuddles and cute uniforms. As I'm thinking of all this, Randall is still in the back of my head. Where am I? Why is it so dark? My head feels swollen. Why can I not move? I cannot see, but it feels like my hands and feet are tied down with some sort of rope. What is the last thing I remember? The park, the footsteps, a figure of someone hitting me over the head. Who was it? I recognized their face, but in this state I cannot bring them to mind. They must not have noticed me before at the park with my bloody tear-drowned face and high-pitched Wookiee screams. Is this the raccoon's way of surprising me? Tricking me to come to the park only to render me unconscious and bring me to the real surprise party? I wonder if I look presentable for my real surprise raccoon welcoming. Randall! I have to warn the town's raccoons of this horrid event. I scream out, "Listen here, good little raccoons of Raccoon City. I understand that you are trying to surprise me with your raccoon-like surprises, but we must act quickly. There is a killer on the loose and they killed Randall." I listen closely, only to hear droplets of water. Oh, the cunning ways of raccoons still trying to surprise me. I am being serious, I scream once more in hopes one raccoon will free me from these bonds of forced surprise. Still no sound but the droplets. The moonlit sky sheds lights on my whereabouts and I seem to be in a cave of some sort. No raccoons to be found. I frantically look around the space I am held, and as the moon shines brighter, my eyes catch a glimpse of tiny reflections on the opposite side of where I am held. As my eyes get used to the darkness, I am able to see now what the droplet sounds were coming from. Randall was not alone in raccoon heaven, where I am sure they have wings. My stomach grew weak and my taint soft, as my eyes beheld the town raccoons were hung upside down, skinned from their neck to their toes. No! I screamed in great pain and remorse. Their little outfits lay in a pile collecting the darkness that enveloped this cave. Among the tiny raccoon varsity sweat jacket and the police uniform they probably belonged to Officer Raccoon Jerry, I beheld a knife, the only weapon and tool of escape I had in this dwelling. As my arm struggled to set myself free, I hear a deep laughter coming far away from in the cave. An odor fills the air, my main focus being on the knife as a beacon of safety. That sound, that odor, the way I was whacked over the head by the alleged little gangster raccoon and his paws, the fact that I was tied down in a cave, the little raccoon townspeople hiding for so long, it was finally adding up. I am in some deep shit here. The sound grew closer, as did the dark laughter that filled the cave. Out from blood-drenched walls of this imprisoned cave emerged a figure much taller than a raccoon, which resembled an obese human-like form. I felt the long cold glare of the assailant piercing my very soul. It took a step forward and allowed itself to be seen. I gasped in horror and choked in my spit, which then caused me to cough. It was as I expected.